TV guy calls Nip Tuck the coolest show on television. Plastic surgeons Julian McMahon and Dylan Walsh expose tricks of the trade. Ladies and gentlemen, up next, TV guide called Nip Tuck the coolest show on television, and we have its two stars here, Julian McMahon and Dylan Walsh. There they are, next, right after this. Hang on. Two hotshot plastic surgeons. Ladies love them. I think you all adore them. It's on FX, Golden Globe nominees. The series is called Nip Tuck. Take a look.
Be serious, Christian. We're at a plateau. A high plateau, I'll give you that, but still.
I am serious, Sean. The climb has just begun. Bobble it out of the picture. We're primed to become the premier plastic surgery destination in the southern U.S. The world is our oyster, and we're going to suck the champagne chaser.
Please welcome Julian McMahon and Dylan Walsh. Welcome to our little program here, and thank you for spending some time with us.
I like your little setup. It's very
I like the
cool.
chairs.
Look, there's a computer here.
Well, this is
we
a
can cruise the internet.
This is called a call.
We can check your site and check where your girlfriend is.
We could check.
We could call her.
We could call her. We could check the voicemail. We could order some food.
Right.
It's live and it's on. And anybody can call in right now and ask you guys a question.
Look at all these wonderful people. Hello, everybody.
So, we were talking about the heat that Nip Tuck is generating, and if you've seen the show, you know that it is a graphic look at the world of plastic surgery.
Yes.
Why do you think people are so enthralled with it right now?
First of all, I think it's a different kind of show than anything else on TV. I think people are a little bit used to turning the channel and seeing all the different Law and Orders, all the different CSI.
Yeah.
And there's something about the Nip Tuck that stands on its own. It also does a lot of different things at once. It's part soap opera, it's flashy, it's sexy, it's out there, it's on the edge.
You know, it's interesting because if you think about plastic surgery and the history of it, at first it was done to improve, you know, to enhance a little bit. It seems like now, more recently, people are getting plastic surgery and going for perfection, certainly in Hollywood. Have you noticed that too?
Well, I think it's actually across the world. I don't think it's just a Hollywood thing. I think that Hollywood dictates things like that because obviously Hollywood is the focus of photography and fashion, all that kind of stuff in some kind of way. But, you know, I mean, plastic surgery now kind of seems like a very almost shallow type thing. It's all about breast jobs, butt jobs, Botox, all this kind of stuff. It actually started years ago as a microsurgical type of thing to fix either like birth defects or burn victims or car accidents or things like that. So it really came from a beautiful place inside of humanity of trying to elongate our lives or make them better in some kind of way. And it's evolved to what it is now.
And now that it's more shallow, it's more popular.
Exactly.
Right? What does that tell you?
And that's where we come in.
Yeah.
Because we're all about that shallow stuff.
We're about shallow and popular. That's what we care about.
But do you guys find that when you're walking through a mall or in a restaurant, you can identify a little enhancement better and quicker than prior to taking on this role? Because you do become a student of this world as an actor.
Yeah. I can spot him a mile away. In fact, you, young man up there in the green T-shirt, I know what you've had done. I know you're sitting on some cushy saline in there. Yeah, now I do surgeries at my house. It's quite a wonderful thing. So if you want to come back, you're welcome. They're very expensive, but...
Now, your characters are somewhat different. Although you're in the same world, you're antithetical, aren't you?
Yeah.
So set up the differences between the two of your characters.
Well, my guy, this is sort of the playboy.
Yeah.
I'm the family guy.
You're the family guy, you're settled down.
And,
got the wife.
I knew as soon as I said Playboy, I wouldn't get anything else in. But so my guy has everything he ever wanted, except that he's miserable. But he's got his wife and kids.
Why is he so miserable?
It sounds like life, doesn't it?
Well, that's what's interesting about him. I mean, he's a guy that on the surface, he's got the money, he's got the wife, he's got the kids, he's got everything he ever wanted, the practice he wanted.
Well, what's wrong?
Well, because life is more complicated than that. And you know, for so many people, when you hit midlife, the things that you always thought you wanted that are going to make you happy, they don't. You know, it's other things. And, you know, this guy has to figure all that out. And that's sort of what his thing is.
And Julian's character is often naked on the program.
Yeah.
And not just like a shirt off. I checked our rule book. We can't get away with that nudity on this program. But now, those scenes have to be, what's the right word? I don't know if embarrassing is the right word, but certainly interesting for
Uncomfortable.
you to... Uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable,
Awkward.
yes,
Awkward
awkward.
for you to have to shoot
Yes.
on the set there.
They are.
Do you dread the script when you look down and you go, oh, God, here I have to do this again?
Here I have to go naked again. Well, once it comes like every second day that you're actually naked, yeah, you do kind of dread it after a while. You know, the thing is that what the surgeries and the sex scenes inside of the show are really almost characters unto themselves. They're a depiction of the evolution of what the characters are going through. And so we're very specific about it. I mean, I know it sounds kind of weird or cheesy, whatever it is, but the sex scenes are very poignant and very much in regards to the character's journey at that point in time. So we go through great discussion of which way things should be done and how they need to be executed and all that kind of stuff. The most important thing for me, I feel like, is to make sure that the guest star, whoever I'm working with, feels most comfortable so that we can depict what we need to across. So, but, you know, you were talking about the characters, and the great thing I feel like about this show is that, you know, he seems like the conservative whatever, and I seem like the playboy kind of thing, but that's really not true. I mean, he's the one who, at the beginning of the whole show, was encouraging me to tie hams to an alligator so this guy could get... No, hams to some dead guy so an alligator could come and eat them. I mean, this is not like your average Joe Schmo sitting at home, like, you know, married and bored.
Well,
you know what I mean?
what's interesting is people so want one of us to be the good guy that they just deny all of that. And to this, I mean, if you've watched the whole first season, you know you can't say that anymore. And yet that's what it's more powerful what people want the character to be than what he is.
Do you think that having those graphic surgery scenes are important to the success of it? Because some of these things are hard. You know, looking in from the outside, being on the set is probably different because you know it's all a facade. But looking in and watching it, some things are difficult to actually have to look at.
Well, that poor guy we killed the other day, that wasn't easy.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Yes, that happened. But that's just TV slash reality. You know, sorry.
I think if you had the
You're
Sopranos...
like a happy couple.
If you had...
Sorry, go ahead.
Well,
We're much happier when he lets me talk, too. If you had the Sopranos...
It's not that easy.
Yeah,
I just want to talk.
Okay. If you had the Sopranos without violence, you'd be remiss. It was something would be wrong. I mean, I think if you're going to go out and do a show about plastic surgery, you have to show how violent the surgery really is. I think it's a part of the show. And if anything, if we pulled back, I think we'd be doing more of a disservice than what we're doing now.
Well, congratulations on the success of the series. Keep on doing it. Great to see you both. Thanks for coming. First season of Nip Tuck, by the way, on DVD is available at RyanOnAir.com. Season 2, Nip Tuck, premieres tomorrow night, FX. Make sure you check that out. And up next, he spits blood, breathes fire, and has slept in more beds than a traveling salesman. He's not on the set right now. It's Gene Simmons. No, it's Gene. For a second, I thought...